I've often looked at fireworks in The Sims and thought that I'd love to make my own firework display, but every time I half-heartedly tried, I'd just plonk down a few random fireworks, light them, hope for the best, and probably start a fire. You know, the usual. But I figured that I wanted to use these dazzling displays better, and so I decided to look into just how fireworks operate so that I could use them at events more often. And before I go further, I do need to flag that access to fireworks does require the City Living expansion pack. If I wanted to make a firework display, then I needed to know the fireworks that I was working with. And there are 5 types of fireworks in the game. First up are spinners. And honestly, I'm not sure if you'd count these as fireworks. They spin around and hover just above the ground, and while visually beautiful, they only last a short while before they crash to the ground and disappear. Then we have spark fountains or sparks. These fireworks let off a small upward spurt of bright colors that maintains itself for a little while. Initially, I thought these seemed a little lackluster when compared to some of the other fireworks, but what's important to know is that they continue on for a long time. They also act as a great fuse kind of firework for starting off a display, which we will talk more about soon. Next, we'll look at Roman candle fireworks. These let off some tall streaks of fireworks into the air. However, there's no firework explosion and it burns out really quickly. Moving on now to mortar fireworks. These are your standard firework. Once lit, they'll let off 3 somewhat random fireworks that soar into the air before exploding into a range of potential bursts or colors. Finally, we have the bread and butter of your fireworks display, being battery fireworks. These let off a combination of Roman candle and mortar fireworks that will keep on going for a long while. From counting a couple of times, I think a battery lets off 19 fireworks, but it might be slightly less. Either way, it's a lot, and it's what you'll be using to keep the fireworks display going. Before we move on to setting up displays, know that fireworks can be purchased online using a computer, or they can be bought at the swag stores at various festivals that take place in San Myshuno. However, for easy access to every firework when setting up a display, I suggest using the bb.showhiddenobjects cheat, which will allow you to purchase fireworks to your heart's content in buy mode. I'll pop more details for setting up this cheat and potential search terms to find the fireworks in the description. Now let's look at setting up displays. And in good news, know that once a firework has burnt out, it'll simply disappear. No cleaning up afterwards needed. But what makes setting up a firework display possible is that once lit, a firework will start setting off any fireworks nearby it that are located on the tiles directly upwards, downwards, or to the left or right of it. Note that it won't set off any fireworks that are diagonally located from it. Using this, you can set up a starting point for a display, and note that your sim will need to be able to access the starting point, so you can't have it surrounded by fireworks on all 4 sides. Then from your starting point, you can place fireworks next to the first one that you plan to light, and create a sort of path that fans out and lights different kinds of fireworks as it does, leading to situations where you can have heaps of different fireworks lighting up the sky from all different areas at exactly the same time. I like to use spark fountains for my starting point and have them pathway to battery fireworks, which continue on for a long while and keep the sky beautifully lit up. It can be nice to put battery fireworks in sets of 3, which sees them set off in a chain reaction whereby they fire one after the other in quick succession without delays. And I feel like it's a nice number that makes the sky feel really full in an area but not quite cluttered. But of course, do whatever you like and use more or less as you please. Spark fountains can also be good for lighting up a pathway or runway for a big moment as well, though it can be tricky to get the timing right if you want Sims to walk down it at the same time that the fireworks light. Spinners also look quite dazzling and can be great for more eye-level displays, as especially when a lot of these are going off in quick succession, they can look really beautiful. Just keep in mind that these fireworks are rather short-lived. Finally, just be warned that you don't want to light any fireworks inside because that's a sure way to start a fire. And that's everything you need to know about fireworks to make use of them and create some cool displays in The Sims 4. A bit of a random video, I know, but I weirdly got quite curious and I thought it was cool how they worked. If you enjoyed or found the video helpful, then please consider subscribing or leaving a like if you want to. I'd really appreciate it. And as always, I hope you have an amazing day. See you later!